ॐ शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः।
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, verse 5. Read.
सत्वं रजस्तम इति गुणाः प्रकृति संभवाः निबध्नन्ति महाबाहो देहे देहिनमव्ययम्.
What are those gunas and how do they bind the jiva? This is being explained by Bhagavan Krishna. Last time we have seen the word Mahabahu. Of course, this word Mahabahu appears many times. We have seen about that. And from Mahabahu, in the context of Mahabahu, we went to Rama as Mahabahu, then Ramananda Sagara's Ramayana serial as Rama and Sita, actor and actresses, how they impinge our viewers' mind. Then the role of entertainment, Ravi Raj Verma, all this we see. Anyway, now, O Mahabahu, O Arjuna, mighty warrior, these gunas are what? Prakriti Sambhava. Sambhavaha, they are born of Prakriti. These are born of what? Prakriti. Which Prakriti? Apara Prakriti of 7th chapter. Maya Shakti, born of that. What are those gunas? Sattvam, number 1. Rajaha, 2. Tamaha, 3. Iti gunaha. The gunas named Sattva, Rajas and Tamas are born of Apara Prakriti, lower Prakriti, Maya Shakti of Ishvara. And Arjuna, what they do? Dehe, in this Deha, Avyayam Dehinam. Dehin means the one who abides in the Deha, one who resides in the Deha. So who is that? Avyayam Dehinam. The entity that is indestructible entity who abides in the body. Who is that entity? Do we ever think, left to ourselves, that in this body someone else is abiding? No. We take the body as I. But Bhagavan says, the one who is indestructible entity, one who is always the same entity, who is abiding the body, who is that Atma Chaitanya. The Chaitanya, which is all the time existing without any change, that Chaitanya, Atma, what does it do? Nibadhanti, binds. Subject is to samsara, transmigration. There, Shankara will tell us later, Nibadhanti eva, in the sense, as though binds. Why? Really, gunas cannot bind the Achaitanya Atma. But due to error, appears as though bound. So therefore, Nibadhanti eva, as though it binds. We'll see the Bhasya of this. Read Sattvam Raja Tamaha iti evam namana.
सत्वं रजः तम इति एवं नामानः गुणाः इति पारिभाषिकः शब्दः न रूपादिवत् द्रव्याश्रिताः.
These three words, what are they? Sattvam Raja Tamaha iti evam namana. The gunas called, namana means called, having such name. Sattva, Raja and Tama, these guna, iti, these are paribhashika shabda. It's a technical word, or what you call as terminologies. It has got a specific meaning. And these, what are those? The sattvadayaha, sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna, rupadiva dravashritaha na. They are not the characteristic feature abiding in a substance. They are not qualities or the features abiding in a substance. For example, a fragrant flower. The fragrance is the quality, a feature, attribute abiding in a substance called flower. So what they say here is what is called as guna, guni, sambandhakams. Guna means quality and attribute, and guni. Guni means the entity in which the gunas qualities abide, substance. Substance in which features abide. This guna, guni, attributes and substance, this relation is not here. Why so? Because this sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna are the effects of cause prakriti. Prakriti sambhava vastu. Not only that, other reason. These gunas and guninaha, gunas and the substance abiding wherein abides guna are distinct from one another is told elsewhere. Continue.
तस्मा न च गुणगुणिनोः अन्यत्वम् अत्र विवक्षितम्.
Atra, this Shastre, Bhagavad Gita Shastre, Guna Guninoho Anyatva. Gunas and Gunis are different. Na Vivakshitam is not intended to be told. In the sense, Prakriti is not Guni, wherein Sattva Tama Gunas abide. Because Prakriti is the cause of these effects. It is not like a pot having a form. Pot is a substance, Rupa form is a quality feature. It is not so. Atra in the Shastra, Anyatvam, distinction between Guna and Guni is not told at all, is not intended at all. Continue.
तस्मात् गुणा इव नित्यपरतन्त्राः क्षेत्रज्ञं प्रति अविद्यात्मकत्वात् क्षेत्रज्ञं निबध्नन्ति एव तम् आस्पदीकृत्य इव तम् आस्पदीकृत्य आत्मानं प्रतिलभन्ते इति निबध्नन्ति इति उच्यते.
See, Nibadnanti, if you read as eva, the meaning will be right opposite. Nibadnanti eva means as though bind. And if you say Nibadnanti eva, certainly bind, which is not meant there. See how the meaning can change just by one word. Tasmad. So that is a Tasmad means Sattva Raja Tama Guna are not gunas as attributes abiding the substance called Prakriti, this being not so. Means here between Guna and Guni, Anyatvam cha Vivakshitam, because Gunas and Gunis are different is told. Therefore, now the question comes, when you use the word Guna, features, attributes, qualities, it automatically means Gunas abide in Gunis. That Gunas abide in Gunis. And you are telling they are Gunas, at the same time they don't abide in Guni, a substance. Then why do you use the word Guna to confuse us? Say, this is the reason why it is used. Gunaha iva nitya paratantra. In the world, Gunaha, the attributes are always dependent on their substance. White cloth. The white color cannot exist independent of a substance called cloth or a wall or paper, like that. Is it not? So, just as gunas always depend on guni, sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna, though not abiding in the substance thing, they depend for their existence on kshetrajna, jiva. Just as Attributes, features have invariably dependence on the substance. Sattva guna, rajoguna, tamoguna invariably depend on kshetrajna jiva. Without kshetrajna jiva, they do not have any independent existence. This needs to be highlighted. And therefore, they are called gunas secondarily to show that how gunas depend on guni, attribute depend on the substance, so do sattva guna, rajo guna, tama guna depend on kshetrajna. Tasmat means though they are not real gunas, and yet gunaha iva nitya paratantra. They are always dependent on kshetrajna. On whom? Kshetrajnam prati. They are always dependent on kshetrajna jiva. But yet, Dibadhanti was told. Truly they cannot bind. Why? Avidyatmakatvat kshetrajnam nibadhanti eva. Because sattva guna, rajoguna, tamoguna being the product of, effect of prakriti, maya, or in other words, at individual level, avidya, ignorance of oneself. Avidyatmakatva, kshetrajnam, jiva, what they do, or atma. Atma, you have to take atma here. Bound atma is jiva kshetra. Kshetrajnam atmanam nibadhanti eva, as though bind. Truly they cannot bind. How do you say that? Then why it is said that they bind, reason is this. Tam aspadi kritya. Tam means whom? Kshetrajnam. Aspadi kritya. Making it as a basis. Making kshetrajna as the adhisthana, the basis. Atmanam pratilabhante iti. They derive their existence. They means who? Gunas come into existence. If kshetrajna atma were not there, they have no locus to come into existence. So therefore, having taken or having made the kshetrajna atma as their basis adhisthana, or atmanam, themselves means what? Namely gunas. Pratilabhante iti. So they come into existence. Iti nibadhanti iti uchyate. It is said because they are centered on whom? Kshetrajna. And therefore what? It is said that they bind. Truly they cannot, but for vyavahara, they appear as though bind. Same thing is further explained. Techa.
तेच प्रकृति संभवाः भगवन्माया संभवाः निबध्नन्ति इव हे महाबाहो महान्तौ समर्थतरौ आजानुप्रलम्बौ बाहु यस्य स महाबाहुः हे महाबाहो देहे शरीरे देहिनं देहवन्तम् अव्ययम् अव्ययत्वञ्च उक्तम् अनादित्वात् इत्यादि श्लोके.
Wait. Should have stopped at nibadhanti eva. punctuations are different in the different books. Techa prakriti sambhavaha. It means gunaha. Prakriti sambhavaha. Born of prakriti. And what is that prakriti? Maya. So what is prakriti? Shankara explains. Bhagavan Maya Sambhava. Born of Ishvara's Maya. Bhagavan Maya. Why? Bhasya to say Bhagavan Maya. Maya means illogical. No, sir. Maya also means magic. This is not a magic of some Tom, Dick, Harry. Maya Shakti. The creative power of Ishvara Bhagavan. I have to point out. Born of the power of Maya belonging to Bhagavan. Nibadnanti iva. As though they bind. Then this word Mahabaho is being acted. Mahabaho. Before that, Bhashyakara puts He to show that it is a vocative. The vocative. O Mahabahu, O Arjuna. Who is this Mahabahu? Why it's called Mahabahu? Mahantau. Too great. What do you mean by Mahan great? Samarthatarao. More, having more capacity. More able. What is that in terms of what? Ajanu pralambau bahu yasya. Yasya bahu, bahu, two arms. The one whose both arms. Two arms means both arms are what? Highly capable. Why? Ajanu pralambau. They are long up to the knee. Ours says not so. After you can verify. It doesn't reach the knee. But here, a special qualification for an archer is having the arms up to the knee because it can give more potent momentum to the arrow that is shot. Bahu yasya saha mahabahu. It means mighty person. This is normal course. In archery, there are small arrows also. A small bow and small arrows. Generally, the big bow, the shoulder and them you stretch and then small arrow. It once happened in Mahabharata. Duryodhana, like many political opponent parties, was bent on by hook or crook destroying Pandavas. He knows, or he could find, this Arjuna is so invincible. It is not possible to overpower him. So what he did was, like this, no? Certain block the roads or something like that. Just by sheer number of soldiers simultaneously, nor arrow, etc. Physically, a crowd mob let loose on Arjuna and to overpower him physically. Now see, they are near. If far you can fight with the bow and arrow. They are near. You can't shoot the arrows because they are in the range is such that the arrow is not going to affect them. Because the momentum, it is not going to get together. In such cases, they have got small bow and small arrows. Arjuna got so angry, such an audacity to overpower me by such sheer man force. He took that small bow and like a needle, no, chick, 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 chick. He knows how to do it. All dispersed, ran away. That type of arrow and bows also are, but they are used in the special cases. So here Mahabharata. So they hey Mahabharata. So Nibadhanti. Where and whom they bind, they in the body, sharire, who dehinam, one who wills the body, one who abides the body. And what type of dehi is? Avyayam. Avyayam, indestructible, which can apply only to Chaitanya Swarupa Atma. Now the doubt comes. You are telling here, gunas bind Atma in the body. And before that, let us see Avyayam. Atma is Avyaya. Shankara reminds us. This was already told in 13th chapter, 31st verse. Read Avyayatam cha.
अव्ययत्वञ्च उक्तम् अनादित्वादित्यादि श्लोके.
In such verses, Anaditva nirgunatvat paramatmayam avyayah sharirastopi kaunteya nakaroti na lipyate. 13th chapter, 31st verse. In such verses, avyatvam, indestructible nature of Atma was uktam, was already described. Watch, uktam literally means told. It also means described. You have to see the context and use the word. Not simply told, that's true, but described. So, iti ityadi shloka, in such verses it was already told. Means it was already described. Now the doubt is there. See, look. In this verse 31 of 13th chapter, you had told na karoti na lipyate. Atma doesn't do, Atma is not the author of actions, and Atma is not the one who is going to experience the results of action in terms of bhoga. Means Atma is unconnected to karmas or karma. It has no bondage. It was told in the 31st verse of chapter 30. And now you are here telling us Nibadhanti, mind. Oh, Bhagavan Krishna is contradicting himself. So for which answer is being given? Nanu, read.
ननु देहि न लिप्यते इति उक्तम् तत्कथम् इह निबध्नन्ति इति अन्यथा उच्यते.
Say, is a doubt, Purapaksha. Chapter 13, verse 31. Dehi nalipyate, na karoti nalipyate. Dehi, Atma, nalipyate is totally unconnected to the karma phalas. Iti uktam, or told. That means, tat katham. Therefore, how come Iha, in this verse, Bhagavan says, Nibadnanti iti anyatha. Anyatha means wrongly. Puchyate. There you say that is not bound. Here you say he is got bound. You are contradicting. Iti Puchyate. How you say? This is a doubt by Purvapaksha. Bhashyakara says, look, I already answered. Read Parihirtam.
परिहृतम् अस्माभिः इव शब्देन निबध्नन्ति इव इति।
Asmabhihi iva shabdena parihritam. Sir, your doubt or query was already parihrita, means answered by us already. Where, how, iva shabdena, earlier bhasha, nibadnanti iva. That is, he repeats it, namely, what is that iva shabda here? Namely, nibadnanti iva iti. By our phrase, nibadnanti iva, as though binds we already told. But why should Krishna give occasion for such doubt? That is the limitation of language. What can we do for that? See, a magician from an empty basket produces pigeons. How do you discover that? That magician produced the pigeons. Truly, it is what? As though produced. But they were not real. But in Vyavahara, we knew that. Though it is not real, though it appears so by magic, we say he produced it. He did like this. Magician did like this. But what he did was not real. As though you have to do. But in Vyavahara, it is understood in the context. So here also Nibadnanti Iva, because if you take into account the nature of Atma, which is non-dual, there being no room whatsoever for anything else, binding is next to impossible. And yet if it appears so, only a seeming appearance, not a true fact. So therefore, you need not harp on such things, which are permitted usages of words in the Vyavahara. The question comes, how they bind? Tatra sattvam iti read.
तत्र सत्त्वं निर्मलत्वात् प्रकाशकमनामयम् सुखसङ्गेन बध्नाति ज्ञानसङ्घेन चानघ।
Tatra sattvam iti prastavana bhashya. Referring to this verse. Says, anagha tatra nirmalatvat prakashakam anamayam sattvam sukha sangena jnana sangena cha, add dehinam badhnati. dehinam badnati. Anagha. Anagha means nishpapa, sinless. Agha means sin. Na vidyate aghayasya. One who has no sin is called anaga. Anaga word is used for Bhagwan also. Anaga. One who has no sin at all. O sinless Arjuna, Tatra. Tatra means among these three types of gunas, Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. First he describes about the Sattva guna. Nirmalatva prakashakam anamayam sattva. The Sattva guna, because of being of such nature, nirmalatva, because of being of such nature. What is nature? Nirmala. Nirmala. Swachha. Swachha in the sense pure or clear. That is, being one thing which is not mixed with others. Nirmala. Or clear also because Sattva guna can remove the avarana, veiling of ignorance. That what is called like brilliant, we say. So that is, which is clear in nature, pure in nature, which removes the veiling of ignorance. Prakashakam. Prakashaka means illuminator. One who reveals in the sense, it makes Chaitanya appear. It reveals Chaitanya, Chit, thereby gives them knowledge. See, Chaitanya Rupa Atma is everywhere. But the Chit aspect of Chaitanya is not manifest everywhere. If that was the case, in this, let us say, this table is inert. But you can't say there is no Chaitanya. Chaitanya is there, but not manifestly available. Because for Chaitanya to be available in a manifest way, what is needed is what? A medium which can reveal it. This can be easily understood by the nature of light which physics tells us. Bare light cannot be seen. Reflected light is seen. Likewise, Chaitanya as it is not available to us in terms of its cognitive aspect, knowledge aspect. But When it gets reflected in the Sattva Guna, it is available in terms of cognition. You can experience, you can know. So therefore, just as a smooth reflecting surface reflects the light, so also the Sattva Guna is capable of revealing the knowledge principle. So that is the case. Prakashakam. This gives the knowledge as such. Anamayam. Free from sorrows, free from upadravas. There is no sorrows in that. It is free from any affliction, means free from samsara. So therefore, Sattva Guna being Nirmala, Prakashaka, and Anamayam. What does it do? The Sattvam, Sat Sattvam, Sukha Sangena, Jnana Sangena cha Badnati. Dehinam Badnati. I had there Dehinam. Dehinam Atmanam Badnati. Binds. Here also binds as though binds. As in the earlier verse. Binds Atma in a what way? Sukha Sangena, Jnana Sangena. By connecting Atma to Sukha, happiness. Sattva Guna doesn't give sorrow. Also, it gives knowledge. It connects the knowledge. How? I am happy. I am happy. I know this entity. In either case here, look. When you experience happiness, something happy, you are distinct from the, what is that? Experienced happiness. In the sense, when you say, I am happy, in that I am, Sukha is not part and parcel of it. Sukha here, in the sense, is as a, what is that? As a feature. How? When you experience Vishaya, yes, Sukha is not Paramananda Sarupa, Vishaya Sukha. When you experience it, it is the object of yours distinct from you. Vishaya Sukha is not part and parcel of you. Because you say you are experiencing, you experience very different from the experience you this Sukha. So therefore, this being the case, when you say, I am Sukhi, you have already taken the Sukha as your feature. When you say, I am tall, you've taken the what? The tall body as I. Mistake. Already you take for granted the body is I. Not there. So here also, in my presence, Sukha came, I am aware of it. Just as sun can see, Surya. The clouds have come in my presence. Because distinct from the clouds. Like here, Sukha Sangena Badnati. It binds the idea that I am happy. In that I am happy, what you have done is, again I'm telling you, happy here is Vishaya Sukha, sense pleasure, not Paramana Sarupa, which is truly I, not that. So what happened? You have identified yourself with the antakarna, which gives you the experience of happiness. Actually, you Chaitanya is totally distinct from that. In your presence, happiness comes and goes, but you is independent of that. This fact is discarded, denied for us, and say, I got some happiness, I am happy. This is the handiwork of Sattva Guna. Not only that, Jnana Sangena Cha Badnati. Not only that, Jnana Sangena Badnati. It binds with what? That I have got knowledge. This knowledge is not Atma Jnana, Vishaya Jnana. Vishaya Jnana means it presents the Vishaya Jnana, knowledge of object, as your feature, which is not so. Me, Atma is Jnapti Swarupa, knowledge principle, different thing. But Vishaya Jnana doesn't belong to Atma. But this Sattva makes it appear so. As a result, what I say, I am happy. I am a knowledgeable person. Means you take the Vishaya Sukha as your feature. You take the knowledge of an object as your feature, which is not the case at all. You are distinct from them. Let us see the Bhasya. Tatra Sattvadinam.
तत्र सत्वादीनां सत्वस्य एव तावद् लक्षणम् उच्यते.
Now, Sattvadinam, add Madhye. Among Sattva Adi means Sattva Guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Madhye. Tavat. Tavat can also mean Adau, at first. First of all, what is described by Bhagwan? Sattvasya eva lakshanam uchya. By Bhagwan, this is what is described or told. What is it? Sattvasya eva lakshanam. Lakshanam here is the sense of Swarupa. So by Swarupa. Lakshanam uchyate. And that Sattva is described as what? Nirmala. Why? Nirmala and Prakashaka. This explained, continue, Nirmalatva.
निर्मलत्वात् स्फटिकमणिः इव प्रकाशकम् अनामयं निरुपद्रवं सत्वं तद् निबध्नाति.
Nirmalatva. Being swachha, in the sense having the capacity to dispel, remove the covering of ignorance. Avaran of ignorance is removed. Therefore, Nirmalatva. Like what? Spatika Manihi Iva. Like a crystal. How clear it is. So therefore it is what? Prakashakam. Is a Prakashaka. Means Chaitanya Bhivanjakam. it reveals Chaitanya in the sense only in the Sattva Guna the Chaitanya gets reflected just as light gets reflected in the mirror or such very fine surfaces. Prakashakam. Not only that, because Nirmalatvat Prakashakam, being free, being clear in nature, it reflects the Chaitanya. At the same time, it is Anamayam. Anamayam means Nirupadravam, free from afflictions, free from sorrow. In the sense, it is Sukhabhivanjakam. Avarana, Veding it removes, whereas Ananda Swarupa, it reveals. It is Sukhabhivanjaka. Abhivanjaka, the eliminator of Sukha, which makes you know the Sukha. And because it reveals Sukha, there is no occasion for Dukkha to be there. See, at one and the same time, you cannot be happy or sorrowful. It may appear so. Something you got, you are happy. At the same time, something you lost, you are not happy. Both mixed as it were. But truly, at simultaneously, at a given moment, either Sukha Vritti is there or Dukkha Vritti is there. So Nirupad, again, Upadrava also means afflictions, sorrows, free from sorrows. So what does it do? That Sattvam, Tan Nibadnati. Tat means Tam Atmanam. That Atma, what does it do? It binds. How does it bind? Let us see now. Continue. Katham.
कथम सुखसंगेन सुखी अहम इति विषयभूतस्य सुखस्य विषयिणी आत्मनि संश्लेषापादनं मृषा एव सुखे संजनम इति.
So, how does it bind? Nirmalatva prakashavanayam sukha sangena badnati. Sukha sangena, by connecting this jiva or atma to sukha. What do you mean by that? It's like this. Sukhi aham iti. I am sukhi. There are two words. I am, I, and sukha. Who is the subject and who is the object? The knowing principle has to be the subject. Known entity must be the object. So therefore, when I say I am happy, I content in that refers to Chaitanya, the subject aspect, to which Vishaya Sukha, not Paramananda, Vishaya Sukha, presented in terms of Antakara Vritti, is the object. It is what? The object aspect. The subject and the object are two different entities. Subject and object are what? Two different entities. So that means the case says Vishaya Bhutasya Sukhas. The Sukha with Vishaya, Vishayini Atmani. In Vishaya Swarupa, the Vishayini, the locus of Vishaya, the Atma. The Atmani. Samshleshapadanam. This connecting them is what? Brusha eva. Truly not there, really not there. Brusha eva. This type of connection is what? Sukhe sanjanam. Sukhe sanjanam. This means attributing the Vishaya Sukha, which is an object distinct from the experiencer, to the experiencer as its feature, what is called as Sukha Sanjana, but not Sanjanam. Sanjanam means attaching, fastening, or creating asakti, priti in that. How does this take place? All because of avidya. Continue, Saisha.
Saisha, sa esha avidya.
This is avidya. Because ignorance appears to be so, really not so. Why not really so? Reason is given. Nahi.
न हि विषयधर्मः विषयिणो भवतः भवति.
Reason is Vishaya Dharma, features or attributes of the Vishaya object. Vishaya Dharma, Vishayinaha na bhavati, doesn't belong intrinsically to the object. No, not object, subject. Vishayi. The features of an object do not belong intrinsically to the nature of the subject. That means here Sukha, which is Vishaya Dharma, and Vishayi Atma are totally distinct. In the presence of Vishayi Atma, yes, Sukha comes and goes. But that Sukha is not the feature of what? Atma. One more thing. In chapter 13, Bhagwan has already told what all are the Kshetrajna, no, what all are the Kshetra features other than Kshetrajna. That is, stanza 6 onwards in chapter 13 are what? Truly not the features of Atma, Bhagavad, the features of Atma, but they are mistaken to be so. This is now pointed out. Ichchadi. Read Ichchadi.
इच्छादि च धृत्यन्तं क्षेत्रस्य एव विषयस्य धर्मः इति उक्तं भगवता.
This is what was told Bhagavan in the 13th chapter. Ichchadi, Ichchad, Vesham, Sukham, Moha, attachment. Up to Dhrutyantam, up to the end, Dhruti. Kshetrajnasya Vishayasya Dharma. Features of what? Kshetrajnasya Vishayasya. They are the features of what? The object of Kshetrajna. Means they are features of Kshetra. In short, they are features of Kshetra. And therefore, they don't belong to Kshetrajna. That was told in Bhagavan in the chapter 13, stanza 6 onwards. We'll see further. Om.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि